Howdy, everybody. I'm here with Ricardo Lopez, who got day 2 at the 300th YCS in Richmond. Rico, what were you playing?
The best deck. You got to keep this version.
Okay, I don't even know if that even necessarily narrows it down, but let's see the list.
So, we had the really cool cards that came out. this cool guy, Albaz, and his little twins, the white Albaz. And then you got the Ecclesias, the Cartesias, the white ones. And then we got
Why don't the arts match?
You got to play mismatch rarities. That's like the best way to play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Awesome. Okay, go on.
And then you got the regular Ecclesia, because we have like regular Albaz, regular, and then you have to have 2 of the whites. And then another white one, Quen. That one's like really good.
Just the army of white women.
Exactly. And then Albion, you kind of want to... It's upstart, and you get like anything in your engine to the graveyard, so you can like Retribution, add Branded Fusion when you're going second and stuff. Because Branded Fusion going first is not the greatest, but it's still pretty good. Spriggan's Kit. This is for like grind games and for like another starter. I would not play this again. It did help me play through 2 hand traps, but I had to go -1 for this when I was playing, and I just did not have enough cards in hand to fully make use of like Albaz discard and adding back any of the white women. And then for Courier, this card's goated. He searches Albaz, a really good one. And he's a negate. I did that multiple times just against VSK9. I just hold it for Jokel or Lantern or whatever. As soon as they activate it, go nope. And then 3 Albaz.
What?
3 Albaz's best friend.
His best friend.
His Aluber.
Historians said that they were good roommates.
That's true. I mean, they were in like one body for a while. Kind of playing Despia, so searches anything, searches like the best cards in the game. And then you got your hand trap / engine piece, Saronir. You just kind of need to play it to like send off a Granganol sometimes, just to get pieces in the graveyard so you can get recursion, or just to get Branded Fusion when you're going second. And then cringe cards, 3 Ash. I mean, yeah, it's all right. And then 3 Fluid. This card was goated, and 2 Perulia. The amount of times that... So the next card that I'm showing off is High Spirits. So I reveal a type, and then I send the same from my extra deck with 25 attack or defense, and then I search this guy. So the amount of times that I was going first and I drew this, I was like, okay, that's just a free...
Oh, that sounds Rinbrum, doesn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
Free Albaz, and I get a guaranteed Fusion Summon on your turn, essentially. But the Perulias, they're also really good. I had multiple people take the Chummy Challenge. I did it against K9 for Hire, and they have a guy that also says draw every time I draw. So we had like 14 cards in each other's hands, and I needed all 15 to break that board with, because they sculpted their hand to have Bell, Ash, Nib, and Valor, and I got hit with all those, hit with Nib, and I still OTK'd through it. And then this best card always adds itself back.
Better Branded Fusion now.
It's been a better Branded Fusion for a while. And then Cartesia always adds back, and the other one, the regular Ecclesia, always adds back, so you're getting like +3 every end phase. And then kind of a really good card, Fallen and Virtuous. It's just a good card in general, but with Branded you get to pick any part of your engine that you want to get going and just destroy a card. There was multiple times where I actually just went to main phase, normal summoned a Luber, searched, and then I went end phase, and I proceeded to make 20 plays and break their board in the end phase.
That's very funny. We've got one deck this format that'll break your board in the draw phase, and one deck this format that'll break your board in the end phase.
It's pretty cool. And then 3 opening, searches or summons a Luber to get you Brain Infusion, High Spirits. It does lock you into fusions, but it's after it's activated, so you can still do synchro plays and then activate this to extend, or if you got hand trapped on the synchro summon, just helps you play. And so you get to either add or special it. There's like 2 times where somebody fooed when I opening, I go, okay, normal, add, normal summon, and main phase. It's pretty good. And then 2 Brain Diffusion. Best card in the game, unless you're going first, then it's all right. And then also alright card, Brain in a Red. This card was not the greatest. I did not fusion summon using this at all. I only did it to add back the Albaz, and then either normal summon it or use its special summon effect. Now the really good card, Branded in White, this is Miracle Branded Fusion. This card goes crazy.
The other day at locals, you went for a Luber and to search, and I had an Ash and like some Radiant stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll just Ash the Branded Fusion. You grabs Branded Away. I'm like, oh,
that's not Bell.
I can't Ash that.
And then another Fallen of White, Banish Mercurier, search Fallen of White, or just get whatever you want. And then Retribution. I was setting this off of Albion every time I went first, all the time, or searching it, just so I know I have access to it.
It's crazy that it's evolved from a card you just dumped to the graveyard to now you're actually using it for its like on-field effect.
It's so good. Because if you resolve your combo, your follow-up is Fallen of Virtuous, whatever it sends, Cartesia, Ecclesia, High Spirits, and then any card you want by banishing this. And then the best card of the deck, 3 Super Poly. This, I have won so many games. I only won 4 die rolls. Yeah, 4 die rolls, and it's all thanks to this guy right here. Because I can just look at any 2 of their monsters and say, yoink. And then if they out it at all, I search Mercurier for a negate, or I get Fallen Virtuous to pop something else. And then we have the big bad Mirror Jade. I only summoned him like 2 times. I lost every time I summoned him, but he's really good. And then 2 Albion. You do have to play 2 of this guy just to fusion and use its graveyard effect. And then same with this one. A lot of people are playing 1. There were like at least 12 games where I summoned both of them, and 35 towers can't really do anything about it, and you shuffle back their resources or you get your resources back. I would definitely never play less than 2. It just came up so much. And then the other Albaz fusions, Rimbrum makes Fua full combo, and another layered interaction that your opponent can't interact with typically in this format. And then Titaniclad summons Quem, or you send this if you're not sure you can guarantee break their board, and then on the end phase you just summon Albaz and just make this guy again. Or you just make Mirror Jade and banish their last guy, and you have follow up, and if they break your board, you nuke their board. And then Ablenitus for contact fusing, and it's kind of just like a 3rd copy of Albion without being Albion. I never contact fusion. I was contact fused twice, but it didn't come up, but it's really good for the matchups that it does. And then Granganol. I really want to find space for 2, but because I'm playing Super Poly, I can't. And it really sucks because there was multiple times where I wish I had it. It probably cost me like 2 games, but having all the other cards in the extra deck just won me so many more games. And then a lot of people aren't playing this either. Lubellion, it just gets resources back. And it also summons Chaos Star Source, which this card is a lot worse than I thought it was. I have the old text.
Oh, did you not know about the
No,
errata?
I did not.
That's
No,
so
I did not.
funny.
I super polyed a Draco Tail board, branded Draco Tail, and I summoned this guy. I was like, pop your 2 traps that you set, or 2 spells that you set, and he was like, that's not how that works. I was like, what do you mean?
That's what it says.
That's what it says. And he's like,
Let me pull up Neuron.
he's like, I'm not sure. Let's look at Neuron. I was like, oh.
Yeah, for those who don't know, it got an OTS reprint where they changed it because the text got changed when converting from the OCG to the TCG.
Yep. And then for the Super Poly targets, Secretarion for branded Draco Tail. It's really good, and this is was also for branded Draco Tail, but it's less good. But if I make it off Lubellion, I get to pop their sets.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mud Dragon, Super Poly into this guy is just it's crazy against K9 VS, Yummies. It's just a really good card. And then also a really good card that makes Brain Infusion kind of not that great. Ecclesia, you just get infinite resources because of this card, and it just keeps coming back, or it gets rid of something and comes back. And then the last synchro, Lulawalith, that I summon off of Granganol if people proc it, and I have won every single game that I have summoned this. I boosted my field by like 2,000 when I was against somebody just making up a whole bunch of walls trying to stall, but I kept beating over everything. And then, yeah, there's nothing I would really change. I wish there were 16 cards in the extra deck, just so I could have the Granganol. And then for the side deck, for branded Draco Tail, or Draco Tails, just, I want my spells to resolve. Yeah, there's not much else to say. And then for VSK9, just do this. I won against my round 1 on day 2. I baited out the Ripper, and he was under Fua and Perulia. By the time he could like make any meaningful interactions, I already had drawn like 3 cards, and so yeah, just keep playing into it, and baited it out, and then I just nipped him. It didn't really matter though, because I had like 2 super polys, so he was cooked. And then for going first, 3 Dragon's Mind. Just as negate and reset. There was like 2 times where I was against VSK9 and they blind popped Black Crow. Happened to be this. I said, okay, I'll pay 25. It back. Yeah, and then shout outs to all of Team Evo, the homies, and to my favorite homie, Lopez.
With that, we will see you all next time. Peace.